Hello, welcome to the second episode of Living Abroad, the podcast. This week we're talking to a brother who have been living undocumented in the UK for over 16 years. He's here to share his journey and his story with us. I don't know if we can talk about the first time we met. You saw me, right? And I was with a couple
Yes.
of, yeah, and then I was with a couple of friends. And you just like, you couldn't stop calling me Zahara.
Yes.
I mean, what was it like? Because you were so excited, and I was just like, wow, I don't know if I should be flattered. Maybe I should be, that I'm being compared to Zahara. I can't even sing, you know? So,
Yeah.
what was that exciting for you to meet, like a Xhosa woman from back home?
It was very exciting. Very exciting.
Mm.
It always happens, you see, when you meet somebody from home and it's from the first time, and it's like it's strengthening the family. You know, now the family is getting bigger now, which is nice. And to meet somebody new, I think that's one of the things that makes the excitement. And for you ask to call you Zahara, because you had the same hairstyle, you really look like her. You really look like Zahara with everything, the height, the hairstyle you had that day. It was just Zahara. And then I just said Zahara and everybody just agreed and said, yes, Zahara. Even Samuel, all my friends, I think they still call you Zahara even today.
Everyone still calls me Zahara. I wish I could sing like Zahara though.
You need to do some work on that one. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just tell us, like, how long have you been here? And when?
I've been here for a long time. I think it's long time, 16 years. And I've been through thick and thin in this country. I've been up and down. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I think 16 years this year.
So when did you move here? And I mean, I know South Africans don't really like travel, right? And to think that like you moved here 16 years ago. And I mean, why did you move here? Like, how did that come about?
You can see when I was in SA, yeah, I did not really like school. Let's start from there.
Yeah.
So I could see that, okay, with my matric, I don't think I will get what I need here in my country. My country won't provide me the things that I need. And with my level of education, yeah, I won't go far. So I decided to try another countries and travel. Then I came to the UK.
Wow. And at that time, for me, I mean, 16 years ago, I don't know anyone who was traveling. Was it like something like were you exposed in that? Because most people back home, they don't even know about traveling. Well, South Africans, they just generally, they don't want to go anywhere. So
I know.
Like a yearning on you, it's like you always wanted to be out there.
Yeah, me since, yeah, because this one, yeah, my friend came 2005 to the UK. Then he came, no, 2004. Then he came back 2005 with all the nice cell phones, nice clothes. He even hired the car, a Crossfire. Do you know the car? It's a very expensive car. Crossfire. Yeah, so my friend was bouncing. It was nice. It was bling bling. I was like, I need to go to that UK. If people they come back first flashing like this, I think I had to go. Then that's when my interest started. Then I started applying for these things, visas and everything. Yes. And I thought maybe things are gonna be sweet and smooth. Nobody says about their hardship. So me, when I saw my friend flashing nice cars, nice phones, clothes, I said, okay. The UK is a rich city, so it's a rich country, so everything maybe there you just get it easy. And at this time, where are you living? Are you living in the Eastern Cape or Joburg? No, I'm in Pretoria now. Oh, okay. Me, I grew up in Pretoria. We only go to Eastern Cape December time. Yeah. Yeah, Christmas time, but most of the year we live and grew up in Pretoria. Oh, so your friend is from Pretoria? Yes. He's from Pretoria. He came to the UK. He stayed 1 year. He comes back bouncing and flashing.
And he
then
doesn't say anything.
Now, he said he's working at BMW. And yes, he did work in BMW, but he was a cleaner. But he don't say to us that he's a cleaner at BMW. He's just saying that, all right, yeah, we are working. Because, if you can get, working for car companies in Africa is a very big, good job.
Yeah.
Yes. But he never mentioned.
Yeah, so you organize everything and then you come. Because I mean your friend is working for BMW, he's flashing. And in your head, you're only gonna be here for how long? Like in your head.
It's 2 years. I thought, okay, in 2 years' time, I will be having everything that I need. When I even calculate the money, I was like, oh, in 2 years, I can be having more than $500,000. So it's all right. When I come back, once I make that money, I'll go back to Africa and start a new life. The $500,000 can give me a big boost. That was what was on my mind at the time.
So at this time, you calculated $500,000 in 2 years?
Yes.
Yeah. 16 years
no, we don't be really aware of the rent. We're not really aware that we need to pay bills. Because in Africa, we most stay with our parents. So you don't look at the bill side and the rent side. You just check the earnings.
Okay, so now you land, you get your visa, you get everything, you land. You stay with, and then you stay with your friend at this time here in the UK. Or he's staying
in the UK? No, in the UK, the company, the agency is already organized as a place to stay, a job, everything we have.
BMW?
No, not BMW. There's a friend. Listen, the friend is the one who was working. No, now the friend is not there. Now I'm on my own now. The friend is only when he visited, he showed me the flashy. We went out for a drink. Then he continued with his life. Then I made my own thing on the side. It's not when I arrive to the friend, no.
Sure. Yeah.
No, the friend is not longer there. The friend is busy with all his own things.
Okay,
so now I have to be on my own. I came with this girl, they call, I don't want to call the name, but we traveled together. So when we landed, okay, before I go take my paper, my traveling documents, I met this nice girl. They say she's scared to travel on herself. So can I please wait for her another 3 days? And you see, when you're excited, you're going abroad, you've never been abroad, and then somebody just come and ask you to extend another 3 days. So I asked the agents, I said, I want to see the girl. Yeah, well, they showed me, I said, oh, this one is beautiful. Yes, I'm waiting for her.
Like, you're going to be sorted by the time you land here, Nizzy partners most.
Yeah, even today, she just called me not long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still link up big time.
So now,
but she's more like,
So now, what happens now? So you're working and you're saving this $500,000 for the next 24 months.
Okay, now we landed, yeah. Okay, we'll come around 12. They pick us from the landlord pick us from the station, showed our house. Okay, this is your room, that's your room. I think I had about 3,000 rand. Then when I converted, it gave me 250. Then the landlord took all my 200 pounds. When just I landed, I was broke at the spot for rent and everything. Yeah. So we landed. He took the money for rent. I asked for the girl to lend me the 20 pounds. She lent me 20 pounds. So we were okay. Yeah, then we waited for the jobs.
But for the other one. Is the job what was advertised though?
The job, the agents link you up with the job.
So it was the job that was advertised. And what was the job?
The job is baker now.
Okay.
Working in the warehouse too. Me, in my mind, the butterfield in Africa, the small butterfield bread. And baker is always small in town, you remember?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I said, okay, I'm going to work in the bakery. So in my mind, I think of the Butterfield. I don't know, it's a big warehouse and you work 24, a 12-hour shift and it's hard and busy.
Yeah.
Yes. So now they took us there. They show us the induction. It's very big. Okay, you pack the bread. When you look at it, you think, it's not, it's an easy job. Then after induction, we had to start the other day.
Mm.
Yeah. Then, hey, we have to do 12 hours. I never worked in Africa. I always hustle the money. Now I have like a 12-hour, and this machine is running. You need to pick up the pace of this machine, the conveyor belt.
Mm.
Yes, it was very hard.
Okay, now it's time for you to save the money. How much did you get paid in pounds?
We get paid, that time the minimum wage was like £5.20.
Yeah.
Yeah, £5.20 that time, that year.
Mm. But
So
now you need to save, you need to start saving for this $500,000. And then what's going on now with the savings?
The savings is still there. No, where is the savings? It's all just to send me what I've done. I've sent maybe about £300 to my parents.
Mm.
And when I check, I convert the £300 is giving my mom about 5,000 and some money. I said, yeah. Okay, it's me now who afford to give people up to 5,000 rand.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad move to come here. But the savings now, the savings is just not moving. Isn't it? I'm in a new country, I'm in a new job, I'm buying clothes, I'm buying this. So no, there's no time.
And before you know it, it's 2 years. You're supposed to
and
go.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's gone. Yes. Not long. Okay, because you come with a return ticket. So in 1 year and it's 2 years. So another year is for you to go home. And then another year is to come back.
Oh, did you
It was
go
heartbreak. No, I take the thing. Where is the money? I take the ticket, I put it in the bin. My heart was sore. Because I do have the ticket to go and come, but I don't have the money for Africa.
Oh, so you could have visited after 1 year and come back.
Yes, the ticket.
But what you don't have now is the money to hire the car.
Yes.
So you couldn't flash now. Because you've been sending
Because
you've been sending money home. You've been sending money home. I've been
sending money, yeah. I've been looking after my life. And this 1 year just went very quick as well.
So because you don't have the money to hire and be like your friend at BMW, you decided not to go on that 1 year. So you stayed for another year to work.
I said, okay, this year now is the year to be focused now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to the same company, the bakery. It was nice. I enjoyed working there. Yeah, and I'm still with this girl, the one we came all together.
She's your girlfriend at this time?
This time, no, just, no girlfriending, no.
Yeah. And you're getting like girls and everything. You're good.
Yeah, I'm still slim that time. I'm not big as this. I was slim like 32 size and.
You're busy.
Yeah, it was okay. We were staying in a South African house. There was lots of Mzansi girls. It was nice the first years. We did not see the struggle the first years. We still have the book in it.
You still have the book,
you got your job. Yeah, so in that 2 years they give you, the life is smooth. Even some other people, they warn you, say, hey, once this paper run out, you're gonna feel the paper. But you're not aware.
No. So now the second year finished. Yeah, so the second year finished. You're supposed to now go because the visa expired.
Yeah. Now you start getting advices now. What to do. Yeah, the asylum.
But for you, there's no chance of going home because you don't have money. That was probably the main reason, right?
Yeah, there's no money. There's not like I'm restless with money. It's just the problems you have, you see. You not just come safe. You don't know life, first of all. You've been not working in Africa. So you want to experience these nightclubs, UK clubs, you know how they are. We are exposed in the clubs, we are exposed with beautiful women. So this man is working, he's not just sitting around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no chance.
So now, by the time you need to go home, now you need to make a plan because you can't go home.
You can go home now, and now it's getting harder now to be employed.
Mm.
You see, now
Yeah.
things are starting being sour now.
Sure.
And
Then,
you check it, there's no way you can go home. Now, even in your mind, you just tell yourself, now it's not happening.
no, it's not happening.
And you can see there are other guys already who are already, they've run out. So now you start getting advices, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
Mm.
So what were the other, like some of the advice you were getting, the craziest?
Yeah, get married soon,
Yeah.
get somebody pregnant. What else? Yeah, get married, get somebody, salam.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for you, you were like, you never wanted to date for papers.
I never wanted to, but I ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ended up staying with the woman for 3 years. And they say go for the big ones, not the nice ones. They're go for those ones who are not in demand. So that, but me, I got a lovely one. She was nice, Cheryl. No names again. She was very nice.
But what was, then how come she never gave you papers?
Now she's not working in it. They need to at least have a permanent job and she's on benefits. So you don't get, because even if she had tried, they will say you are not working, you are on benefit yourself. So when you are in benefit, how are you going to
how can you sponsor
take care
someone?
of this guy? Yes, so it's impossible.
But I mean, okay, fine, that the relationship didn't work out. How has it been like? I mean, if you can sum up the last 16 years and also not being able to go home, what do you say to them, like at home? Do they understand? Really, really, really understand?
I think my mom understands. Yeah, but it's you just have to go, try to send money. Then that's when they understand. Because if you are here, there's nothing, you don't send money, they'll just say, come home then. But at least when I managed to chop some big monies, help out the project, help out things like that, then she says they understand, okay, the guy is having problems there, but he's trying. In our country, there's nothing to offer. So even them, they check, okay, he must come here and just sit for the sun with us or what? Yes.
And
so I think
and I mean, for most of us, you know, like you have to send money back home. We call it like a black tax.
they pay it. They pay a high one.
Do you think, because for me, sometimes I do feel like sometimes when you say like I don't have money, they kind of like, man, don't play. You're like, I'm guys, I don't have money. You know, like I don't think people back home, they do understand. Like
they don't understand. They think it's money. There's another thing I posted on my Facebook. It's like a guy is staying abroad, a girl is staying abroad. So he just go in the morning and pick up the money from the tree and come back to the house. So I think that's how they think of us. In the UK, money left and right. But it's not like that. I think it's even harder here than at home.
Yeah, for you, in what way? What would you say like is the hardest thing here than back home?
Okay, it starts from not having the book. So you don't have a book, that means you don't have life. So everything should be a hassle now. Even the job, they take you temporarily. You cannot travel. Even the place to stay, because sometimes you don't get a place to stay. So to be homeless, to experience things like being homeless, because you get quickly homeless. Yeah, once you don't have the thing, that means you don't have life. So now you're not given life, but you still want to live life. And I think that's the hard part.
I think that's what most people go into, like stress, mental health, and things like that.
I think that's where it starts. Yes. It starts from there. Because now you are not free now. So you are thinking, You are thinking, you are wishing, you're always wishing because we are not allowed. You cannot have a driver's license, you cannot have a job. So everything is a hassle. Then the stress will come, will kick in. Yes. Then after stress is depression. Because yes. And it's going on and on and on. It's not like it's a depression for 2 weeks, then it's sorted. No. Yes. So it goes on and on. Then yeah, you end up being depressed.
And I mean,
You
for
cannot have
you,
a nice job, you cannot have a nicer car. And the people who have these things, they are driving nicer. So you now, you start feeling like less of a man or you don't hustle enough. And people, they don't know that, no, you don't have these things because of one, two, three. Which girl will want to be serious with somebody who don't have the thing? All the girls, they want men with papers and everything. So that's when now the depression will kick in. So me in life is like, I'm rejected. Yeah, it's like rejection. It's like, yeah, you are rejected to the community.
I
That's
mean,
how
for
I
you,
can.
yeah, like for you, what was the breaking point? You like, you know what, like in this, like being undocumented, like for 16 years, when you were like, well, you know what, I've reached like rock bottom. What was the hardest time for you?
The hardest time was, let's say, 2016. Yeah, so I was working this job and I was paying a private house. I was paying rent, so I'm getting this job. I'm earning this money, and the landlord come and take it.
Because they
The
knew you didn't
bills,
have papers and you can't report.
yeah, yeah. So now
Wow.
I pay rent. It's like I'm working for the rent. Then after pay rent and pay bills, then that's me done. I cannot even go buy new trainers. Then you know what I've done? I said, I'm done with paying rent. I left the house. Can you imagine? I said, I'm not gonna. And since that year, I never paid the rent even today. I said, no, I will take it hard. I went to stay with my friend. You know how the friends are. When you still buy the drink with your friend, then when you start dry, then is a problem. And these are my homies as well. These my boys are from Botswana and I stay with them nice. I buy drink. The one thing that always keep me going, I always have a job. I always make sure whatever. Let me always have a job. So what you do once you have a job, now you have money. So they are. I mean, everybody has those who are sorted. They have their houses. But when they have their houses, they don't have enough money. So you target those ones who like to drink.
Yeah.
You see,
And
I'm
I mean,
homeless.
yeah, and being here, like undocumented, and you see how hard life can be for someone who don't have papers. I mean, you can't do anything here. So when you compare this country and South Africa and see how easy it is for people who don't have papers to just
Yes.
go about their day as if,
There's nothing. I wish there was time I was wishing why this country is not like my country, where I can just do anything I want, although I'm not documented, or things like you see those guys, they put a table and sell sweets or sell bananas. Yeah. I was even saying, what if you do something like that? Or one time I was wishing, is the rent the killer? In this country, the rent is the killer. So I was like, if this country can have the shacks in Mikuku, I would be staying there and I would be making better money. Yeah, because the price of the rent is due. Isn't it you are private now? Yeah. I was like, oh God, why couldn't I make Mikuku up?
And the landlord knows the reason why you're coming privately, you don't have papers, so they can charge you anything. They can abuse you, basically.
Yes. A room you can pay 300. Me, I used to pay 370 for a room, not for the whole house in Edinburgh. Yeah. That's when I said I'm giving up rent. It's better be homeless than go. Now it's been 3 months now. If my extra change will be 12, let's say 20 pounds after everything. I said no, I give up the house. It's better be homeless as long as I have a job. Fuck that. I'm gonna just go homeless. And I've done it. But I never really sleep outside because I know the friends. We just buy a few drinks, buy some smoke. buy a bit of weed, everybody happy, then they're gonna let you stay. As long they know that you've got money, they will let you stay. But the abuse is there. Hey, my
Yeah.
house when they're drunk now with your own alcohol. Hey, this is my house. Hey, this is my house. It's not easy. It's
It's
tough.
not easy. Yeah. But what do you think about like Operation Dudula that is happening right now at home?
Operation Dudula, it, they say they are correcting when I was listening to the guy on the broadcast.
Mm.
Mm. He says they are just implementing the laws that are already implemented. So they are not like targeting certain people. If they say, for example, in the street, this street we should not be selling, is not meant to sell. Selling stuff, just move. Yeah, so they say, that one I cannot really comment.
No, I have a problem with it because I feel like it's just like targeted. Of course, like they say, okay, fine, undocumented, or we chasing out people who are what or don't have papers, right? But I think they are just targeting the easy targets, I would say. Because there are people, yeah, there are people who are from Eastern Europe that are big time gangsters that are involved in big time drug dealing, big time prostitution, you know, and these drugs that you see in the townships are not coming like, you know, like with some like normal people that are from, you know, like the townships. They are brought in by big gangsters. And I don't know if they have papers or whatever, you know, they are connected. And also, like, there are white people in the suburbs that God knows, like, what their, you know, status are, you know, for being in the country. And I think the people that are being abused and harassed are just like the easy targets, like your Zimbabweans, Namibians, the poorest of the poorest. And it's so unsettling to see a black person doing that to another black person. It's just there's something about it. I just don't agree.
And they are not even, they are not even an official organization. So they don't have a right to do that at the beginning because they are not official.
No.
So it's a bit criminal.
Yeah.
But now, when your own government just sit and watch and do nothing, maybe if the government was helping more, giving more help to whatever situation, then the people wouldn't do what they are trying to do now. So they've been failed by their own government.
No, but I was going to say that to you as well. Like, I mean, for someone like yourself, if you are in this country and you don't have proper papers, life becomes, I mean, they're tightening it. Like, there's no way you can move. You can't do anything, right? And if it was that easy to get into this country, my mom will be here, all my cousins will be here. You know what I mean? And if you can get a job and not pay tax, and if it was that easy, we all could be working and getting cash in hand because the government is working here and they're making sure that those things don't happen. Just because we're living by the rules, it doesn't mean that we are these, you know, like honest people. We're only living by the rules because the government here doesn't play. So you can't
they make sure here.
Yeah, you can't blame Nigerians or like Zimbabweans who come into South Africa and then they do whatever they like because the government allows them, you know?
Yes.
We would be getting away, we would be doing things in this country if we were allowed to. It's just that we're not allowed to. We can't. You can't even enroll a child into a school here without papers. Like, there's no way.
Even to get medication. Me, I was before I used to not. I stayed some few. Until 2011 when I was like, no man, it's too hot now on the street. Let me make myself official.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the doctor. So now, when you want medication, you go tell the friend that has got the book. That go tell the doctor that I feel like this, like this.
Really? No, tell me. So you told your friend, you told your friend who has like papers to go and say
and tell the doctor that he's feeling like this and like that.
The way you were feeling.
Doctor can trust. But I'm the one, but the friend is not sick. So now, yeah. So the friend will go and tell the doctor, I feel like this, I feel my pain, then the doctor prescribed the prescription.
So what did you have? You were like,
Like, just maybe I had maybe noise, feeling dizzy. I was just dizzy, a bit of headache there and there, nothing much.
So you could
But
have
I
been
said,
even been like wrongly like diagnosed or something.
yeah, maybe people they diagnosed for things that they don't have, just to help friends.
Just because it's your friend who went to the doctor, who physically went to the doctor.
Yeah, and tested him for me. There are many stories. There's one to live in the bus. You know, there's guys who can live in the bus. Do you know that people live in the bus?
What do you mean in the bus?
There's a bendy bus in London, yeah? It's a long bus, so you don't go to the driver. You can, it's got like 3 doors, but they took them off the road now. Yeah. So what do? You just go there and sit at the back. It's nice and warm, and the bus will go up and down with you the whole day.
Wow, you're just living, even nighttime.
Yeah, the buses is nice 24 hours. So when it gets to the other side, you jump off, then you just go around the mall. Then and when that bus drive, there's another one coming, you go sit there. You have your food, maybe you bought some food, you just sit in the bus and chill. That's why it's warm in it. And you don't have nowhere to go.
And that's
and
how
it's
people
freezing outside, you see.
And that's how people who are undocumented live in this country, because the government works.
Yes, I've done that myself.
And then, I mean, without being asked or being, like without Operation Dudula, you will raise up your hand and say, listen, I want to be official. And you go in, right? Because your life is that hard.
Yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad. But we went through. That's what I say. There's high times, then there's low times.
Wow.
But it can get very low. It can get very, very low. That's when you even start learning friends. That our friends, they are nice when the beers are popping. That's the job of a friend.
Wow. Yeah. And anyways, we'll talk about like dating now, changing gears.
Nice one.
You've seen like a lot of like South African women, I guess. So what do you think? I would say South African women. What do you think about African women dating like other cultures? We've had conversations about this, and you always seem not to like the idea. Why?
Not that. I like the idea. You see, it will be nice because we're all from the same place and we are all coming from the same hustle. So I think it's nice if the people stick together, but it's not really happening. And the fact that some countries, they don't get given the book like easy than other countries. So I cannot really say, the sisters are wrong what they do. But I think it's more beneficial and more stronger when we are from the same hood. And if you check, in some of these countries, there are countries that they do date people from other side. But most of the other countries in Africa, they don't date, they only date their people. And you'll check, maybe there are 2-3 countries that they do this thing of dating other cultures. So this side that their ladies date anywhere they feel. So if these ladies now they date, so now, and we are already few in numbers. But when we go to the other side, they don't date people who are not from their own hood. So I think it can really make a man's life bit harder. Or so first of all to Yebalungwi.
First,
all the sisters bahambi. So sheke nabelungu. When I see again but if you are not from my country, no, I only date. I've seen those things many times. They say, no, I only date my people from my country. And there's even countries like Eritrea, Ethiopia. They've got nice women, but they will tell you, in our culture, we don't date outside.
But Southern African women, they will just go and date anyway.
And we are already less in numbers. You see, and they are not many in numbers. We are already in a foreign land. Then now, I don't know, but that one I cannot really explain it. But somehow it's got effects.
So what has been your experience in dating? Like who have you dated and what has been your worst experience? And
Dating. When I hear I did not date loads of black women.
you
I've most dated British, yeah, a few South Africans. Yeah. The worst part is when you get dumped just because you don't have enough and the man is taking the missus, he's got it all. Like it goes back to the paperwork again.
someone
Or
like
they dump you because the other guy has got the book and you don't have, and they just dump you for that. I think that's the painful part.
but what does the paper have to do with the relationship, especially if they have papers? So why would they dump you because you don't have papers?
The sisters, they always not there.
So what do you think of like online dating?
Online dating, I think it's cool. People who can do it. Me, I've tried, but I think I'm an old school man. I like to approach girls and meet.
Confident,
Yeah, but
confident
yeah,
guy.
but huh?
You're a confident guy.
Yeah, chatting ladies is my thing. I've got pickup lines. I've got everything.
Yeah, give me two. Give me two pickup lines. My favorite.
Not now. I'll give you when I see you on the weekend.
I man, give me one. You can teach these young ones a thing or two. Yeah.
Now telling me, putting me on the spot now.
No, that's okay. Maybe next time. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you so much for taking time to talking to us and sharing your journey. I really, really appreciate it. And some eye-opening insight, of how people live abroad. So thank you.
Yes, it's a pleasure, sister. It's a pleasure, man. It is nice. People, they need to know that is not a walk in the park. When they say the brother is in the UK, the sister is in the UK, it's not easy. It is more harder because they are away from home. They are by themselves in a foreign land. So there will be very big challenges.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of like in recent years, like a lot of like people with mental issues, especially in our black communities, especially for men. It's not really spoken about, is it? Between you guys, you don't touch
Yes,
on
no, no. And us as a black community, we don't, we still like don't think of depressions and that. We don't believe in them, although we are the one facing it more.
But do you
We're
guys not
facing it
share
more
to
because
each
we
other?
go through challenges.
So do you guys not chat to each other about it, like as men, like your friends? What do you guys say to each other about it? What is the conversation?
The conversation is gonna be, hey, why are we gonna? How can we get this? How can we? No, it's not discussed. Instead, we just buy each other alcohol. Some they are on alcohol, some they are on drugs, some they are praying, some they go to church, but they don't talk about the problem. It's just they have a way of dealing with it. You understand? They have a way of dealing, maybe drinking it out or smoking it out, instead of sitting down and say, okay, guys, we suffer from this and that. So how can we get through it?
It's all like laughs.
Yes, it's a lot. And men, men, they like to act tough. Hey, me, I'm all right. Hey, me, I'm fine. It's not like ladies. Ladies, they can sit down and say, hey, there's Zimbogoto. Ingaki, 1, 2, 3. Tina, no. No. You just ask, why are you drinking too much? Why are you drinking? I've got problems. They won't say, I've got, yeah, I think I'm suffering from this. No. We deny it. I think we deny it. Even me, I think I denied it for a long time.
So what was happening with you?
Me, okay, I think about it, but me, I'm people's people. So if I don't tell you what I'm going through, you say this guy is always happy. But when I'm on my own now, that's when I start to depressed. thinking about this thing, how everything. Then let's say now, okay, you are out now. Then somebody just do small thing, and you kick off. Everything now we are this angry. You can be nice, but when things they don't go your way, then that's when you kick off. But you think you are kicking off for what is happening now. But it's not that. It brings that feeling, when you're on your own, when this thing is working you out. And then now, let's say you are arguing with the guy, you are out on the pub or in the nightclub. Then this person say something wrong. Then instead of saying, okay, what's the problem, mate? How can we sort this? You start fuming, you start swearing. Me, I like swearing. I can swear. And once I start swearing, and I'm loud as well. So that's when I sit down and said, no, we need to stop this shit. I have a problem. Then, but me, I told myself, I said, no, this is becoming a problem and I have to deal with it.
So no one really diagnosed you with depression. It's just...
I can tell. But I did tell my GP, I suffer from depression. Then instead they said they want to give me medication. I said, no, don't give me medication. Take me to the programs so that I can relax my mind, get myself busy, not medicate me. So what they've done, they take me to things like go grow plants, activities, do garden work, do a bit of cycling. Yes, so that's how I deal with my depression.
So for you, it's like, I would say for most Black men, you will say they self-medicate. Like you say, oh, I'm just going to go and have a drink with my friends. I'm just going to sleep it off. I'm going to be fine. Is that the attitude?
Yes. We try to get them. We are from Africa, remember. Where there's no choices, let me go talk to somebody. You see, after this, I'll be feeling much better because I had a long conversation, I've spoken. So today, I think I'm going to have a bright day.
But is that a good thing, though? Is that a good thing? Is that enough?
It is. Talk, socialize.
And what do you say now? Like, where are you now? What are you doing? And how are you feeling? And
Today has been a good start. Okay, I'm at home. I might bound to town because I need to send some money to Africa again.
You've got money. You've got money today.
Now and again. Now and again. But guess what's happening is going for the black tax.
Yeah, always. Our money always goes to black tax. Yeah,
so I'm paying black tax today. But even paying black tax can make you feel good, you know that?
Really? It doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, paying black tax can make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm always like, hey, I could be buying this. Hey, I could be buying this. No, it never makes me feel good. No.
Yeah, but it feels good knowing that, okay, your siblings are okay, your mother is on the right place, at least they are eating. Then you can go dance now, you know that everybody's settled.
Yeah, there is that feeling because if you haven't, you're just like, oh, I'm having fun, I'm eating this. I wonder, what people are eating back home. You're right.
Yes.
It makes you feel good. Yeah.
It makes me feel better.
Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you. We'll catch you later. This has been Living Abroad, the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you again.
Thanks.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.